The roof of WWE's old Thunderdome is blown off. CM Punk has opened up about why he enjoys working in NXT, and Tony Khan has teased a potential AEW roster split. Welcome to Wrestling Republic News, your daily show which brings you all the non-dirty wrestling news in the time that it takes for you to drink your morning coffee. The viewership figures for AEW Dynamite going head-to-head with NXT are officially in, and it's not good news for AEW fans. WWE NXT drew 874,000 viewers on the CW network, a massively impressive rating for the black and gold brand. Or I guess it's the silver and black brand now. While AEW Dynamite only brought in 329,000 viewers, which is massively down from the 680,000 last week. Now, of course, it's massively important to note, and it is massively important, that, of course, AEW Dynamite is usually on a Wednesday, and this week it was on a Tuesday. Probably a lot of their viewers did not know, but we can't ignore the fact that if this was a few years ago, I don't think this would have been the case. It is a clear indicator that there is less hardcore AEW fans compared to then, and perhaps compared to the days of 2019, more AEW fans are interested in NXT content than before. However, the two brands only did go head-to-head for 1 hour. There was 1 hour where both were just against nobody, and the fact that AEW didn't receive a huge boost during that time does indicate that, probably a lot of their usual viewers did not know the time, because that's the only way which a 300,000 decline kind of makes any sense. The roof of the former WWE Thunderdome blew off last night. This was due to the devastating Hurricane Milton, which is currently hitting parts of the United States. The venue, Tropicana Fields, was of course temporarily home to the WWE Thunderdome during the pandemic, and more recently was the home of the 2024 WWE Royal Rumble. I mean, of course, this goes without saying, but here at Wrestling Republic, our thoughts are with everybody who's been affected by this devastating hurricane. CM Punk has praised NXT and suggested that the independent scene is evaporating. While on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, CM Punk was asked about why he is backstage at NXT so much. He praised the NXT brand and said that it's always so nice to see so many wrestlers who care about him and praise him when he goes there. And he praised the younger stars and said that he wants to help them avoid the struggles that he went through when he was up and coming. He called the Performance Center the Disney World for athletes, which is a hell of a line, but also praised the facilities which they have there, most notably the air conditioning. CM Punk is a big AC guy. But most interestingly of all during this part of the interview, CM Punk suggested that the independent scene is evaporating. He said that there was a lot less promotions to wrestle for on the independent scene compared to when he was an up-and-coming wrestler. And while I can see the argument, and I probably do personally agree that WWE are less likely to hire independent names compared to before due to the amount of homegrown talent which they are making thanks to the next in line thing that they have going, I don't agree at all that the independent scene is evaporating. I mean, despite what CM Punk said, there are as many independent promotions as ever before, plus due to streaming and the fact you can buy events online now, there is more money to make on the independent scene compared to ever before. I'm going to be honest here, I thought this was a really bizarre thing for CM Punk to say, because it's not really true, and it was just a bit of a weird narrative to be putting out there. It was almost like dare I say, he's doing the exact thing which he always hated, where he's creating a narrative for the corporate company. Hopefully I'm just overthinking this, but as somebody who's a big fan of independent wrestling, and a big fan of NXT as well, I didn't like this narrative at all because it's false. Tony Khan has considered doing an AEW brand split. Last night on AEW's Wrestle Dream Media Call, Tony Khan was asked that with the new AEW TV deal, the new media rights, if he would consider doing a brand split. He said, firstly, it's too early for fans to speculate what this TV deal will include, so he's not going to comment on that too much, but said that if he's being honest, he has considered doing a brand split, and reflected on the possibilities that it could bring in. I asked our Instagram broadcast channel their thoughts on this topic to get some insights from the fans. With one fan saying that if they should do it, they should have a general manager for each show, and I'd love that. I do agree, brand splits work the best when you kind of do have an internal war going on. While another fan said it would help AEW utilize more of the roster due to the amount of talent which they have, and this is another terrific point, and a point which quite a few other people agreed on as well. while another fan said they need to fix the creative and the show structure because otherwise a brand split won't work, and a brand split is not a quick fix. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Maple Leaf Wrestling has filed to trademark TNA for merchandising and entertainment purposes. For context, the new promotion is run by Scott D'Amore, who was formerly the president of TNA Wrestling until his contract was terminated earlier this year in February. Not much is officially known about why he was fired, but it shocked a lot of people because Scott D'Amore was the one who changed Impact back to TNA, only for a couple of months later to be fired. But several talents took to social media at the time to make it clear they were unhappy with the decision. Scott D'Amore has now opened his own promotion in Canada, with the debut events taking place on October 19th and 20th. And the event will feature current and former TNA talents. But now the promotion has filed to trademark TNA. Well, I completely botched that, but of course it's a little bit of a poke at TNA while also making fun of the Canadian pronunciation of eh. I mean, this is quite funny, but I can't see this being a show name or anything like that. I presume the aim is, if they can trademark it, for it to be used for merchandise purposes like a t-shirt or something like that. And it is quite funny. But at the same time, when you've got TNA talents on your show and they're allowing that, and I don't know their specific contracts, maybe TNA have no say in the contracts, but maybe it's a bear you don't really want to be poking. Or hopefully they'll just find it funny. But that's all the news for today, guys. I will be back tomorrow with some more news, so I'll see you guys then. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Peace!